Riding in waves can be difficult, especially when you're not used to them. However, there are a couple of tricks you can apply in order to cross the waves more effectively. During my time in Cape Town, South Africa, I've seen many of my students struggling with the waves and doing things that you shouldn't do or that make it even harder. So, let's start this video off by looking at the things you should not do. A lot of riders approach a wave like a speed bump. This might work, but it's not very efficient. As you hit the wave, it acts like a kicker, shooting you up into the sky and often creating a harder landing. Additionally, hitting the wave like this slows you down and might force you to steer your kite up and down again to regain speed. Let's start with common mistake number 1, not absorbing the impact of the wave. This is like driving over a speed bump in a car without suspension. Uncomfortable and sometimes even painful. Just as with landings, it's crucial that you absorb the impact by bending your knees. A very good way to practice this is by doing a jump on the land, without your board and your kite obviously, and just squatting it out on the landing. The second mistake I often see is keeping your kite too low. When it's close to the water, all your weight shifts onto the board, putting more pressure on your legs. If you keep your kite higher in the wind window, it will support some of your weight, making it much easier to cross the waves. Speed is crucial, and that brings us to the third common mistake: riding too fast. Remember, it's not just you riding towards the wave, but the wave is also coming towards you, often at a speed of about 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. Therefore, it's crucial that you ride a little bit slower than your usual cruising speed, but not too slow that you're forced to steer your kite up and down every time that you cross a wave. Common mistake number 4 is all about weight distribution. A lot of the riders don't put enough weight on their back foot, and this can cause the nose of the board to dig into the wave, leading to a very unpleasant face plant. The final mistake, and one of the most crucial, is not riding upwind. Even though it might not seem obvious, this will make a world of difference. To ride upwind, you lean back, shifting your weight and center of mass upwind from the board. Coupled with a higher kite angle, this makes it easy to load the lines, pull the bar, and let the kite support your weight. This reduces the pressure on your legs. In contrast, when you ride crosswind or downwind, all your weight is on the board, putting your legs under strain and increasing the risk of knee injuries when crossing a wave. This information should make it a lot easier for you to cross the wave. But what if I told you there's an even better, more efficient way? If we have a close look at the pro riders, you'll notice that they rarely touch a wave, unless it is to use it as a kicker. Instead, they pop off the water just before the wave, allowing them to pass it in the sky. This helps them to maintain speed and use the next wave for a big jump. So let's break down this technique so you also understand it. Ride towards the wave on a crosswind or slight upwind angle with the kite at 45 degrees. Steer the kite up towards 11 and start carving towards the wind in order to build line tension. Pull the bar down, pop off the water and pull your legs in to clear the wave. Steer the kite down with the front hand in order to maintain speed and prepare for the landing. Point your board slightly downwind for the landing if needed and get back on a crosswind course. This isn't a regular jump, but rather a pop where your kite doesn't pass 12 o'clock. In most cases, it doesn't even go higher than 1 or 11. A good rule of thumb is to steer the kite up slightly from your riding position, but steer it down again with your front hand as soon as you pop off the water. This helps you to maintain speed. From the side, you can see how important it is to carve towards the wind, as most of the power for the jump comes from this movement. Wave height is critical and knowing your limit is key. When you see a big wave coming, don't risk crossing it, especially not with the pop-over technique. Instead, turn around, right back in, and wait for the set to pause. It's not worth the danger of going over a massive wave and risk any injuries. Rather just stay on the inside, wait out the set, and try again. This popover technique might not be something you're ready for yet, but it's a great skill to work towards. I've covered the pop in full detail in this kite video you can find over here, and I really recommend that you incorporate this into your kiting routine. I hope this information will help you to go out into the waves with more confidence so you can enjoy them to their full potential. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and I hope to see you on the next one. Cheers! That's a wrap.